looking so great with all that dancing.
I don't move my head.
Look at the mess mine is in. Before this evening's over, I'm going to look like the bride of Frankenstein.
I guess that makes Stanley the monster, huh?
Stanley a monster? I don't think I've seen him get angry once in all the time I've known him.
Say, are you and Stan going out with the rest of us later on tonight?
I don't know. Tonight's kind of an anniversary for us. And I'll tell you a secret. I think Stan has a present he wants to give you tonight.
Oh, and don't let us guys interfere. I wouldn't want to spoil anyone's big anniversary.
Well, I'll see what Stan wants to do. Come on, back to action. I've danced that much in a long time.
Good time, huh?
Oh, yeah, and the band's really terrific.
Well, what'll it be? Should we go back inside and knock ourselves into complete exhaustion? Take a drive? Go out for a pizza?
I don't know. Say, I've got a great idea. Why don't we pick up a pizza at Antonio's and take it to my house?
Do you think your folks would mind?
They won't mind. They like it when my friends are around.
What about the rest of the gang?
I'd rather we were alone tonight. You know, tonight's a special night.
6 whole months, right?
Right.
Okay, it's pizza time.
Just set it down on the table. I'll see what there is to drink.
Okay. Hey, Mel, there's a note here from your folks.
I found some sodas left in the fridge.
Here's that note.
Wow. They said they had to drive to Fairview because Grandma wasn't feeling too good. They're really worried about her. That means they sure won't be back till real late.
So we have the whole place to ourselves.
Well, I sure hope Grandma's okay. Give me some pizza, I'm starved.
Okay. Here you go.
And here we
Be
need
careful,
this.
it's hot.
Ow, you're
And
right.
I'm messy.
Okay. Here, let's do like this.
Just 6 more months.
That's the deal. Gosh, I feel so great. Isn't it great we've been together all this time? I feel so good with you, Stanley. So relaxed.
Oh. Here, I almost forgot. It's kind of an anniversary present.
It's beautiful, Stan. It's really beautiful. I love it. Don't start that. Don't spoil things.
Me spoil things. You're the one always spoiling things.
Look, Stan, it's just that I'm not ready to get involved the way you want. I don't think we're ready. You're just rushing things.
Well, that's easy for you to say. But boys have pretty strong feelings. You just can't lead me on and then stop, you know.
I'm sorry, Stan. It's just that I don't think it's time.
You know what you are, Melanie? You're a tease. You only want it your way. You don't care about me, about my feelings.
That's not true, Stan.
Well, I don't like a tease. I want more than that. I think I deserve something in return for everything I give you, not just your damn teasing.
Please, Stan, stop. You're hurting me.
I'm not ready to stop.
Stop, Stan, please. Let go of me. Please stop. Please. Please stop. Please. God, please stop. Please, you're hurting me. Please stop. Ah!
Well, you certainly look a lot better this morning, Mother.
I feel fine now. I just don't know what happened to me last night.
Whatever it was, I'm glad you came home with us. Spending a few days here will be good for you.
I agree with you. Where's Melanie?
She's going to sleep in a while this morning.
Well, look who's here. So, how was the dance?
It was okay.
Just, okay?
Well, how's Stanley?
He's okay, I guess. How are you, Grandma?
Oh, I'm fine. Sit down, Melanie. Have some breakfast.
Hello. Yes, this is. Who's calling? Oh, sure. Just a minute. Melanie, it's for you. Stanley.
Mel, it's Stan. Could we, maybe see each other this afternoon?
Man, that was some workout. What's the matter? You're starting to sound like my father. He plays for half an hour and boom, he's all pooped out.
Right. Something to look forward to, huh?
No thanks. Say, by the way, what happened to you and Melanie last night? I thought we were all going out together after the dance.
Well, it was our anniversary. We decided we just wanted a little privacy.
Oh, privacy.
Hey, why not? We just went over to her parents' house. Folks weren't there, so we had some pizza, listened to some music.
And anything else?
Sometimes, Michael, you just have to fill in the blanks.
Oh.
You mean that you and Melanie... come off it, Stan.
Why not, Joey? Do you think Melanie's any different from other girls? They're all just waiting for it, you know? We gotta make our move, right, Stan?
Sure, right.
And you and Melanie, really?
We were alone together in the house. What do you think?
Well, what if she said no?
Don't you know that that little old word no doesn't mean no at all? It just means I need a little more encouragement.
Well, all girls aren't like that, are they?
Grow up, Joey. This is the modern world. Look around you. You see what's happening. You know what's going on. Are you trying to give sex a bad name?
Yeah, Joey, don't be such a wimp. Why do you think they're out there wearing all those sexy clothes? They're just about walking around begging for it.
And we've got what they're begging for.
No way.
Oh, hi, Mel. What's the matter? You look pretty gloomy today. It's nothing. Just Monday morning blues, I guess. Too much of a wild weekend, huh? Yeah, I guess so.
Melanie,
Oh, hi, Stan.
can we go somewhere and talk?
Why, Stanley? Why did you make me do it? I hate you, Stanley. I hate you. You make me feel so dirty.
Lorene,
Oh, hi, Betty.
I hope you're not in a desperate hurry to get out of here this afternoon, are you?
What's up?
I'd like to ask a favor.
Sure, if I can do it, it's yours.
You teach your health and guidance class, period 6, is that right?
Right. You know most of those kids, don't you?
Yes. If I could get a guest speaker for you for that class, would that be all right?
Probably.
Do you know anything about a subject they call date rape?
As a matter of fact, I do. I read a magazine article on it a few months ago. It's really amazing how widespread it is.
Exactly. I think it's a really important topic to emphasize with kids this age. And I have a psychologist that I know, and I'd like to bring him in and have him talk to the kids.
Sounds like a good idea. Why don't you set it up and I'll work it in.
Thanks, Lorene.
And so you see, the statistics seem to show that most rapes probably are not caused by that weirdo in a dark alley somewhere. Most are done by someone the victim already knows. A friend, a neighbor, a relative. Someone the victim may well have trusted a great deal. And that's why date rape or acquaintance rape is an important problem and very much affects young people like you. Yes?
Isn't it true, though, that a lot of girls lead boys on? You know, the way they dress and talk?
Well, it may often seem that way. But, you know, appearance can be interpreted in many ways. Someone may see it strictly as the latest style, just looking attractive. Someone else may see it as a definite turn-on. And some of today's latest styles can be quite provocative. But that doesn't mean it's an open invitation for you to force yourself on another person. You can't blame someone's clothing for your own behavior. There's only one person who's responsible for your actions. Yes? Yeah.
I read that women, well, some women, really want to be raped. Hey.
They want to be raped. You know, the world is full of a lot of strange ideas. Some call them myths. Now that idea probably was started with a bunch of guys, certainly not women. Probably as a challenge to prove their manhood. Attacking, because that's what it is, or hurting someone else, first of all, is a criminal act and is able to be prosecuted. That's for openers, right? But more than that, it's not a sign of maturity. It's not a mark of manhood. In fact, it's very immature behavior. It's like a little child who just grabs what he wants. He doesn't care about other people's feelings. Now think about that. None of us, boy or girl, man or woman, wants to be forced to do things against our will. I wouldn't, and I'm sure you wouldn't.
This is really heaven. No more school for 2 whole months. Just a great summer ahead.
I know it's going to be terrific, Marnie.
Look, Larry, let's not get too friendly, huh?
We're alone. Why not enjoy ourselves?
Don't mess things up, will you, Larry? Let me go. Let me go. I warned you, Larry. Don't say I didn't.
Yes.
You said nobody wants to be forced, but I think some people, some girls, sometimes need a little convincing.
All right, I agree with you. Generally speaking, people often need to be persuaded to do things. That's what advertising is all about. But think about it for a minute. There's some paper on the floor. No. Leave it. Now, I could talk to you about picking up the paper, yeah? And maybe even convince you that it would be a good idea to do. But what if instead I grabbed you and I physically forced you down to pick it up? If I could, because you're a big guy. But suppose I could. Now, in both cases, it gets picked up, right? But what would you think of me? See what I mean?
Dr. Baum, would you comment a bit about the effects of rape by someone the victim knows? Are they any different than they're with some stranger?
That's an important point. In many ways, rape by someone you know can be worse than rape by a stranger. You see, your faith and trust in that person can be shattered. I've spoken to a lot of women in therapy who are absolutely terrified to go out on dates or even meet with others in a group because of an acquaintance rape. They've been burying that incident from their past deep inside themselves. Many didn't even consider it a rape. They thought that they were responsible for what happened, and they were afraid to tell anyone about it, even their closest friends. Only years later, when they realized they were having problems, did they learn to accept the fact that what had occurred was most definitely a rape. So girls, if you're attacked by a date, please don't be afraid to report it. Keeping it a secret doesn't help anybody, especially you. That stuff stays inside for a long time and can affect you years later when you're out of school and trying to make a life for yourselves.
But what can girls do? I mean, how can we keep this from happening to us?
All right. First of all, what we're talking about here is a little awareness. Yeah? A little caution. It doesn't mean that every boy you know is a potential rapist. Now, at this time in your lives, emotions have a tendency to come fast and furious, and sometimes they can get a little out of hand. So there are some rules that can help. Girls, try to avoid situations where you're alone with boys you don't know well, and even some of the ones you do know well, and you know what I mean. Keep an eye on your date's behavior, and trust your instincts if you feel that something is wrong. Try to prevent things from escalating. You know, making your position clear from the very outset by saying a good, firm no can often prevent problems. For some boys, being indecisive, wishy-washy, can be misinterpreted. They may think that your no really means a pretty good maybe.
Well, here we are.
Is this it?
Sure. Haven't you been on our college campus before?
Not this part.
Really? There's my dorms over there. And I bet you've never been in a dorm room before either.
No. Look, Eddie, I really had a nice evening, and I'm glad I met you. But I think you ought to take me home now.
Why? I mean, it's still early. I get it. You're afraid of being alone with me, right? No. Don't worry. There's all kinds of people in the dorm rooms at this hour. Come on. Just for a minute.
Well, okay. But just for a minute.
Here we go. Don't worry about the pictures. They're my roommates. He likes that kind of thing.
I'd really like to go now.
What's the rush? We're just really getting to know each other.
Learning to be decisive and assertive when dealing with people is really an important skill. In fact, even looking assertive can do a lot to protect you. For example, suppose I just took your pen away. How would you respond?
I'd say give it back to me.
Right. You wouldn't just let me do what I wanted to do. You would show some assertiveness, and that's the point. 1, learning to be assertive is very important. 2, make sure that your feelings are clearly known. And 3, try to avoid situations you can't get out of.
Hey, I got a great idea. Why don't we pick up a pizza at Antonio's and take it to my house?
Well, do you think your folks would mind?
Well, they like it when my friends come around. They won't mind. Well, let me call and check. That's funny. They said they'd be home. Something must have happened.
Why don't we go there anyway?
Sorry, Stan. One strict rule at my house. I can't bring friends home when my parents aren't around.
Oh, come on. Your folks won't even know we were there. Remember, Melanie, it's our anniversary.
No, Stan. Tonight we'll just have to do our celebrating at Antonio's.
Now I'd like to kick around a few ideas for the guys, all right? One, there really is a big difference between convincing someone of an idea and forcing them to it against their will. Two, no matter what anyone says about the myth that because of the heat of the moment you can't stop, not so. You really can stop. And now, this is for all of us. You know, there have been a lot of changes in the last few years. And often by what we see in the movies and on TV, sex looks to be a simple, unimportant act, like washing your face. But sex really should mean a lot more than that. It's an intimate, shared experience. And although it could be passionate, it's never a contest of wills or force. It should never be a power struggle. Sex is something that's agreed between people who love and respect each other. And that's why they call it lovemaking.
I think I deserve something in return for everything I give you. Not just your damn teasing.
Please, Stan, stop. You're hurting me.
Mel, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm sorry. Honest, I am. I'd better go now. Is it okay if I call you tomorrow?
Sure. Sure, Stan.
Melanie! I really wanted to apologize for what happened last weekend. I feel like a real creep.
So?
Well, could I maybe see you this weekend? You know, just for a movie.
I don't think so, Stan.
Nothing like that will ever happen again. I promise. I think I understand a lot more now.
That may really be true, Stan. I don't know. But I don't think I can ever trust you again.
But you've got to trust me.
I did once, Stan, remember? But that was a long time ago.